Shalthis, yeah? Underscore Shalthis. Cool, right, there we go.
Get back into the game, I think. Did Stocki...
I recommend that if my voice right now is louder than yours, I would turn me down. You could try recording it for a second and listen to it, because the amount of people that are going to be like, Roken's getting really loud. But I'm going to keep... I swear down, I'm going to keep it at a lower tone, because that's something I need to work on big time.
That's no problem. I think with my particular setup, it should be fine.
Cleaning up stuffs is your title name. It's gonna be absolutely brilliant. Oh, there you are.
I didn't update the. Yeah, I didn't update the stream. I got it. Hold on. Crap. I'll fix it.
That's cool, man.
I didn't even launch the...
Oh, where's my face, man? Where's my face? Like...
I don't have any overlays.
Nah, to be fair, that would be so difficult to sort out, and I'd get well annoyed if, like, you had, like, my guitar in there. I'll turn off my video. There you go. By the way, we, obviously the people can hear me saying this. Hi there, Manong, if you're watching this. Obviously, we won't use Skype to do this unless that's cool. Unless you want to, I always heard that Skype isn't really the best one to do.
I mean, I guess it's. What do you usually use for the video?
That's a good question.
That's what I've always used when it's
I've never used it. Exactly, that's the thing, isn't it? It's because I've been so used to doing like esports wall and ESL with just using either. I usually stick to TeamSpeak. There is no way to do video apart from Skype, and then Skype can sound a bit. I don't know. I actually have turned off the audio changing, so nah, it should be good. Yeah, you should change the title to like all-star practice casting or something. Like this is hilarious.
I just updated
should be your
the
daily rocket tonight.
I've got to. All right, I'm gonna get rid of that tweet that isn't relevant. So yeah, I updated the title. Cool. All right, Stocki's in.
Okay, so we'll try this from the... I think this is the problem. By doing it on your stream, everyone's going to assume you're going to be hosting it and doing it. So it's going to be really weird when I start doing it, and then I'm going to be doing... You know what I mean?
No, it's no worries. I mean,
all right.
they're just seeing my perspective. So, is what it is.
This is going to be amazing. I'm just so hyped. Right, we got Mike Rules, Scrub Killa, Vogan, ELMP, Stocki. Oh, you invited Vel.
No, somebody invited Vel. I guess Newbaver had to go. So we got Vel from FireWall, Stocki from Noble, ELMP from Supersonic Avengers, Vogan from Noble, Scrub Killa from wherever he's going to wind up, and of course, the legendary Mike Rules from FlipSid3 Tactics.
Jesus.
Yeah. This is going to be a fun night.
It's going to be a good one.
I think we're about ready.
Just figuring out. We've got... Just trying to give a number crunch here. If I just work it off... Yeah, we've pretty much got about 4 of the top 10 players in the world. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, pretty much.
It's well stocked.
A lineup of top players. That is insane, right? If it's basically a caster's dream.
Yeah, it is well stocked. Yeah, this is just some. Basically, we're just doing some practice casting. Roken and I, we've never worked together, and we want to try and, get some practice under our belt, because God only knows when we're actually going to have the opportunity with our busy schedules and what we're already obligated to. So, we found some pros who are willing to help us out, and I guess whenever you want to fire up the match and get this started, I think they'll be ready to go.
All right.
Don't want to take up any more of their time than they've been so generous to give us.
Very good point. And I'll just paste it to the players that are actually playing, so they are aware that who are on whoever I've got here. I'll just sell Vel as well. There we go. So they're all aware. I've let ELMP, Scrub Killa, and I'll wait Vogan. I'll let Vogan know, and at least they know that we're actually doing this, because otherwise they'll be a bit like, whether they... Anyway, that would be absolutely fine, I'm sure. Okay, I'm creating the match now, so...
This will be good. We'll have, at least we'll have the VODs, too, to reference back on if we want to. So
yeah.
We would have wanted to record this anyway, I think, for... Plus, I mean, how can you let this pass this up? I mean, we've got such a stacked group of players here. This is the equivalent of, like, a pro draft, show
Yeah,
match.
EU Pro Draft, isn't it? Like, this should happen more often. All right, okay, so, okay, right, we've all got it set up. I'm going to create the match. I'm going to call it, I'm going to tell you what I've called it, so, okay, didn't know. Oh, yeah, I'll just type it. Sorry about this, I want to get everything easy to remember. Right, so I'll just type it to you, so in case we need to bring in another player, that is the name, and this is the password. There we go. Alright, so let's get this one underway. I'm going to just play it from the play-by-play and presenting point of view, and then you can do the color casting and analysis. Let's give it a go, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you ready, Shalthis?
Oh, I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Alright, let's get this one underway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's All-Star matchup. We're doing a scrim, and the server had a bit of a timeout there, so just give me a second. I thought we were going to go in, but we were not. Now we're just searching, so bear with.
You know, server-side issues, the way they always are. Oh, we're going. It says loading.
Oh, you're going to be doing camera work. That'll be... So you'll have to do camera work as well. Alright, so it adds an extra layer.
It's all good.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's All-Star match here with Shalthis and me. We're going to be casting this random All-Star match here. I would normally say here, welcome to, you know, whatever company it was and whatever it is. But anyway, we're going to get this one lined up. It's ELMP, Stocki and Killa versus Vel, Mike Rules and Vogan. And now let's get this one underway with Vel and ELMP going forward. Now Vogan pressing this forward. And at any point, Shalthis, as we know, this is just mucking about, so cut through me if you want to try different things, and it's all good. But anyway, we can see. Yep, it's cool. Go for it. Go for it. It's fine.
Oh, big save there by Mike Rolls. I think the thing that's exciting me the most about this particular scrim right now is that Noble has decided to take up opposite sides here.
When it's all going over, Vogan getting that one away this time. And yeah, we've got Vogan, Vel and Mike Rules together. I think this is pretty balanced teams tonight, so be interesting to see what happens. Mike Rules setting up here, Vel coming up high, he sets up again, and now Vogan coming in. Stocky's got to stop this, but Vogan doesn't manage to connect that into the goal this time. It's now Killa, one of the prodigies of Rocket League at the moment, the 12-year-old Scottish player now coming off the wall here. Following this ball, he's got the double aerial side touch, and he almost gets it in, but Vogan sets it away here.
Vogan, devastating and goal. Brilliant wall shot there by Killa, just setting that play up very nicely, but Vogan is really tough to get by. And here comes
and
Stocki,
look at
though.
this, it almost happens there. Now Mike Rules pressing forward. ELMP has the rebound, and look at Stocki getting ready to set this one forward. He might be able to finish that, but Vel gets in the way, and now immediately Mike Rules bringing this back in. The rebound ready here for Vogan.
Oh, Vogan.
He gets it. And with that, it's 1-0 to the orange team here.
Brilliant finish here. Mike Rules comes in with this nice play up high. Killa can't stop it there. And Vogan just gets that nice finish off the rebound. Plays it off the backboard. About as good as it gets.
It's definitely as good as it gets. And with that, it's 1-0 here to orange. Let's see if the blue team can get back into this. And Killa just showing exactly why he is one of the best mechanical players in the game. Tell us about this, Shalthis.
Look at this beautiful playoff kickoff, sends it to the wall and reacts to it immediately. That's why kickoffs are so dangerous, because it can take any proper bounce like that and you can react perfectly to it and just play it straight into the goal, and that's what we saw to Killa right there.
And that's the kind of stuff you never give a top player like Scrum. I was about to say Shalthis. never give Shalthis the ball, because me and him, we can't play this game. But I tell you what, now Vogan's going forward. Stocki gets the side flip and gets it away. ELMP has the response, but Mike Rules hasn't finished yet. An orange team looking aggressive here. Stocki with an interesting touch there, Shalthis. It looked like he... Sorry, yeah. That's the thing, is that when I say your name, I'm used to then I would allow you to talk, and yeah, but maybe I should get a different cue with that. Or maybe you can just figure it out from the way my tone works. But look at that.
Just finding the opening is key. That's okay.
That's cool. Right, alright, we'll continue on here, and you can see Mike Rules now getting the boost, hits it off the side there, but is Stocki going to go forward? Yes, he does, and he's now got ELMP waiting in the wings to come forward on this, but looks like him and Stocki had a bit of a muck up there. Vogan setting this over, but no, say, yeah, that's where you should talk. I feel bad there.
No, it's fine. Yeah, we'll just work on the pacing and stuff, and that's okay.
But there we go, ELMP bringing this into the box. Killa with a bicycle kick, but Vel gets it away.
Really
Stocki
nice back touch there. I mean, he got a perfect back angle on that. He almost put that ball away, and those angles can be really tough to get, especially when he's coming in from the opposite direction.
Indeed, and now the ball's setting away into the box, but as you can see, Mike Rules is going to pinch that shot all the way over to the blue side. ELMP putting this up high, but all that does is allow Vogan to have a shot on goal. ELMP gets it away here. Vel is working it off the sidelines. The FireWall pro himself is trying to work it foot away from his goal here, but now Killa bringing this into the box. ELMP is there, but Vogan has the clear, is well aware of that ball and where it's coming from, as now Vogan sets that forward with Mike Rules, Stocki and Scrub trying to do something with this, but they're not going to be able to because Vogan sets it off the side and Vel can't really work off this one.
Yeah, having a bit of a difficult time for the orange team trying to put something together here. It seems like, as far as the blue side goes, they're just getting shut down at every angle. And, a good shot for Scrub.
Yeah, almost by Killa there. He almost managed to make it work, but unfortunately, he wasn't there in time to be able to get the proper pace on that ball. As now Stocki lines this up into the goal, but nobody's going to get on that as it rainbows over the goalposts. Killa. Mike Rules has the response, and it's going back into the midfield here, as now it looks like Killa going to beat Vogan to that ball. And now he might just set up here, but Vel gets an awkward touch on that ball, so ELMP's coming in, he's got it on goal, and he's going to go in. It's ELMP scoring another one here for the blue team.
Yeah, great setup here. The Vel came in and got a little bit of a bad touch on that, which ended up perfectly centering that shot, and ELMP just showing off in the air with a beautiful looking aerial.
Yeah, it's a fantastic goal. And with that, the blue team now in the lead in this series. And let's see how things continue. With 1 minute remaining on the clock, Vel is trying desperately to set something up here. He might have done it because Mike Rules is coming in. The ELMP bounces that away. Killa coming up high to try and defend this one. Manages to put off Vogan. And now, way in here is... By the way, when I say "and now," that usually means I've got nothing to say. And like, you can probably talk all over that. So, and I always do it quite quietly, which is usually a cue, I guess, in a way, when I think about it. But anyway, we'll continue on here with now Vogan watching that ball, but ELMP gets it away. Vel hasn't finished. He's bringing this in, but that should be an easy clear there for ELMP, and he sure does. Mike Rules bringing this in centre, but Stocki has the response, and now Killa, look at what's he doing? It looks like he's trying to get set up for that shot there, but it hasn't happened.
Yeah, Killa hanging up high there was probably trying to get in a position where he could control that rebound a little bit. Maybe even set up either ELMP or Stocki, depending on whoever could come in on it.
But look at this, Killa with an early touch manages to try and get it in, but gets demoed, and Vogan sets away. ELMP almost with the goal, but Mike Rules showing his class tonight as he sets it away. But with that, the blue team take the win, and the first game goes to them 1-0.
Yeah, good setup there on that part. I mean, it was a very close matchup, all things considered, and no surprise there, to be perfectly honest. But a little mistake there on the part of Vel, which resulted in that second goal. And certainly they're going to need a little bit more effort, I think, on the part of this team to get back into it. But it looks like we are
going back here. Just out of interest on that, I think I'm just reading Twitch chat here. By the way, we'll start casting in a second, but I think working off that, do you think I talk too much in your opinion, or do you think maybe I should have? Well, I reckon that's because, yeah, you can see me answering my own questions, can't you? Like,
it's you know, what it comes down to is just trying different styles, and I think the style you're using isn't like, it's not a bad one. It's just a different one.
Look at that, Killa has managed to get the rebound here, and Vogan gets it away. Beautiful save there by Vogan. Netherlands player himself coming out on top on that one, as now Vel is trying his best to try and set something up here. And now Mike Rules coming forward, and he's done it! Mike Rules sets in the first goal here for the blue team.
Yeah, this was a nice play off the wall by Vel, and he gets the cross, takes it off Vogan's hood, and Mike Rules just happened to be the man in the perfect position, threads that needle, gets it past the defender, and good start for this slightly revised blue team, because now the majority of Noble is on the same team unit. So this could be very interesting, as we've got that element of teamwork there and consistency. We'll see if that actually plays off for the rest of this game.
Let's see if it does. I mean, see, here, like, I would still allow you to talk, and if, in fact, I should allow you to talk until this kind of opportunity opens itself up and the ELMP puts it in, and that's the kind of thing I think I should be doing. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, we can try working on that. ELMP.
I think it's better when you're talking when there's hardly any play, but as soon as I'm going to talk all the way through a counter attack or a as soon as anything looks offensive. But even this, you could be talking over that. And even now, and I'm just showing it. But anyway, we'll continue on from here. And now you can see Stocki line it up there. ELMP doesn't get the touch this time, but now Vogan coming in, Vel with the save there.
Yeah, big stop on his part. Vogan puts a lot of pressure on it.
Finished it now. Vogan getting it in there, and now it's 2-1 to the orange team here.
Yeah, really nice setup here. I mean, Vogan is just constantly applying good pressure. Gets that setup off the wall from ELMP, and big finish on his part. I mean, that was just relentless attack on the part of Vogan, and that's something he is notorious for when it comes to being an effective striker on Noble.
And now 2-1 here as Orange taking the lead in this All-Star Series. Mike Rules now pressing forward, trying to create the plays here for the blue team. Vogan, oh no, look at Vogan. He's set up a beauty here. If anyone gets on that, no. Why didn't they get on that, Shalthis, do you reckon?
Well, you know, it might have been a little bit of a clear forward. Some of his teammates could have fallen back to get boost or just not realize that Vogan was going to make that play at that time. And I guess that has a part to do with the fact that they don't normally play together, and that can maybe be something they would normally set up for on Noble.
Yeah, definitely. But communication is a big factor in this, and because the players don't play together all the time, they're not used to how one another would deal with certain situations. But here's ELMP taking a shot on goal. And apologies there, what am I talking about? He rebounds it, and Scrum gets this away, and Bell tries his best, but it's not going to stop. Noble Stocki getting this one in. It's 3-1 to the orange team.
Yeah, couldn't stop that rebound. Killa did his best, but honestly, Vel had no chance of reaching that, and it was basically just left there like a ball on a tee, perfectly ready to go for Noble to finish that up. So, really just a very effective striking.
Definitely, and with that, 3-1 here as the orange team taking a comfortable lead. Mike Rules has demoed the LMP there as Vel's lining up to bring in the box. It's going in, but Vogan gets this away, and that'll be Orange's team, I imagine. Oh no, Mike Rules tries to do something there.
Yeah, good play forward here. Now they're getting some good opportunities, at least in front of the goal, but they've yet to get solid finishes, at least in that last little exchange. So now what it's going to come down to is if they can make a few quick, effective strikes here. They got plenty of time, at the very least.
And now let's see how this continues. As now Vogan, no, he's not going to get on that. I'm interested in the fact that we've got here Mike Rules and Killa teaming up. For me, Killa, one of the best mechanical players in the world, playing up with one of the best players in the world. And in my opinion, hang on, wait, we've got Vel coming in, setting up here. Mike Rules is thinking, Vel gets a beautiful goal in here. And I don't think he really meant to do this. What do you think, Shalthis?
Well, I mean, I think Vel, he was coming in trying to get that angle, but he didn't get quite the contact he probably wanted. So it ended up taking that rebound off of ELMP in a positive way. So, that play forward worked out for him. Might have been a little... He probably tried to put that little light pressure on it because he was so close to the goal, but maybe just didn't get quite the contact he wanted.
And look at that, ELMP desperately taking this one away, and none of the blue team reacting on this play. So Vogan sets over to Stocki. Stocki touching it over. Is the third player going to get on that one? Not this time by ELMP. It's nice seeing like Supersonic Avengers with Noble. I think it's see it like you can see Noble testing out ELMP for their team, and Stocki a beautiful touch there by Stocki.
There's the problem when you let both members of Noble on the same team. Watch Vogan here. He's just going to carry this forward, play it off the wall, and Stocki reads the angle just right, and Vel can't get in front of it. I mean, that is just effective teamwork, good playmaking, and that's what Noble is known for.
Definitely.
So, no surprise.
No surprise indeed. Noble showing exactly why they're one of the best teams in the world, and should be interesting to see how they'll do in the EU Power Rankings later this week. Now ELMP trying to set this one forward. Now you can see he hasn't given up on this. He's like a dog with a bone. He won't let it go, but Stocki's coming forward. No, they're not just going to get this. Now blue team have the counter-attack. Vel with a beautiful goal, and he's showing his class tonight as you see a beautiful goal here set up.
Yeah, nice part on the part of Vel. Getting a bit of redemption from the last game and just sneaks that past Vogan. Puts it away, and they're trying to close this gap, but they've only got a little over a minute to actually make things done.
And with that, 4-3 here. Thank you very much to everyone in Twitch chat giving us advice and stuff like that. We will be listening to it, and we'll be discussing it as the match goes on. But here we go. Killa has almost managed to work that in, but Vogan gets a touch, and Vel comes out of nowhere and slots it in. It's the equalizer. It's 4-4.
Beautiful play. Mike Rules sets this up off the corner. Killa tried to direct it in, but it got set up high And Vel just managed to come in with the huge finish, so that is good coordination on the part of this blue team to make that goal happen.
And look at this, just look at the statistics here. Vel has 3 goals in this game. He's really coming alive here, showing that he is a top player and one to be considered by others. As now you can see Mike Rules working this off the side. Vel's ready there, but it looks like ELMP will get on that. Stocki touching this, he's brought it into the box here, but Mike Rules sets that one away. And he gets the double touch to put it forward. And Killa really wanted a better touch, I guess, on that, but Mike Rules sets it forward even more. Mike Rules! Oh! I thought he might have just had that.
If only Killa could have seen that and maybe reacted to it, he probably could have aided that ball going in. I think he may have thought that Mike had that perfect angle.
Almost there by Mike Rules.
Yeah, good ball control, but it is hard to get past Vogan in any situation, and we just saw that there on the part of Mike Rules.
Killa touching this. You can see ELMP is, again, trying to work this forward, but Vogan and ELMP get together, combine really well. But they don't get it in the goal this time, and now only a few seconds left on this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to overtime. There we are. I was like, oh gosh, are they actually going to touch that? And they did. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see who can win it. It's a golden goal, as now Vel's working off the side. It's coming in, and it's on target. Maybe, no, it's not. But almost there by Mike Rules. Orange team staying in this one. ELMP. And there we go.
Yeah, bit of a chancy clear into the corner there with Mike Rules, but he does manage to squeeze it by. And
look at this.
We're seeing some good coordination on the part of this blue team now, who are really starting to gel, which is kind of surprising. I expected more of that out of the orange team, considering they are 2/3 of Noble.
Definitely Shalthis, and now we can see like Vel and Killa and Mike Rules really working it tonight. And they're not really working it at the moment, but there we go. Scrub manages to recover this ball, and look at that. What a quality shot. Vogan gets it away, though.
Yeah, Vogan got very lucky, had to just get on top of that and put a little bit of a redirect on it just to clear the net. But fortunately for him, it worked out.
Oh, ELMP trying his best there. It's just not enough this time. Killa getting that ball. Mike Rules is trying to work forward, but Vogan gets a crucial tap to hit that one high. Mike Rules has done it! He's done it! Oh, it's not going to go in. ELMP needs to get that one away. He doesn't, and Mike Rules finishes this one off and wins it for the blue team.
Look at that. Mike Rules puts his initial shot on, but Stocki just gets there, and ELMP, unfortunately, is in a bad place. Wrong place, wrong time. Stops the ball from rolling out of position and just sets it up for Mike Rules to get that finish.
You've got to say there, Mike Rules completely masterminded that. Not only did he take the shot from the left side, but he took a shot from the right. He knew exactly what he was doing. And with that, it's 5-4. Blue team now with the win. Let's see what happens as we're going into Game 3.
Yeah, so we are... This should be interesting. I'm looking forward to see what teams we get this time. That's always the interesting part, to see how the dynamic develops. But I will say... You know, Vel, Mike, and Killa, a very effective trio.
Just to add to that, Shalthis, apparently Killa and Mike were playing together for 2 hours earlier.
Oh, well, that helps. That helps kind of compensate for the team element there.
Definitely. By the way, out of interest for yourself, do you think I should be going ladies and gentlemen at this point? Or do you think I shouldn't do that on every single game?
You probably don't have to in between games. This is a good opportunity for us to talk more about the game we just saw, and just continue our discussion from there. You know, I usually do that at the very beginning of a set, because that's when, you know, we're setting the stage. But at this point, it's all one big series, you know.
Well, I agree with that, and I think that's the right way, and I should start doing that with my cast, because at the moment, I just do it every single time, but I'm actually taking away the analysis from my fellow co-caster, so you're dead right. The more I think about it like that, the more I recognise, yeah, I need to just stop saying that every single time. So, anyway... We'll continue on here as we can see Vogan, Killa, ELMP teaming up against Stocki, Vel, and Mike Rules this time.
That is a scary looking blue team.
Oh no, Mike doesn't get this right here. Tell us about this, Shalthis.
Well, you can see ELMP can't quite make the contact he needs. Mike Rules doesn't get anything on that and ends up causing the deflection.
He rebounds it in though.
He gets it on the deflection, but he doesn't quite get the clear off the wall I think he wanted to set that up, so... He ends up being in the wrong place at wrong time. Not where you want to be when you're Mike Rules, so... Can't really fault him too hard for that. He just got caught up in the middle of where that shot was going.
Definitely. And with that, blue team having the lead here off of Mike Rules' little whiff there. One of the world's best players showing that anyone can make a mistake in this game, as now he's looking like he really wants to score a goal now to make up for it, which is what we want to see.
Yeah, he does need to kind of redeem himself a little bit here after being in that wrong place, but a save like that helps, puts a little bit of credit towards it.
Beautiful save, and now Stocki setting this over to the middle. Vogan is now coming forward to try and defend this, but Vel has brought this in. It's a beautiful setup, really, but oh, look at that.
Feels backflip, bro.
Now Vogan feels backflip, bro. Scrub tries to get on that. He isn't going to get there in time. ELMP's completely whiffed that ball, but now Scrub Killa bringing this into the box this time, and is going to go in, and it's Mike Rules again. Oh, Mike, what's going on?
Mike Rules is playing for the blue team today. And this one, played off the corner by Scrub Killa. Mike tries to clear it out, but he gets the wrong angle underneath it. Both goals have, I guess, in theory, been scored by Mike Rules, and he is not feeling too good about this right now.
I don't think Mike rules at the moment, as now it's 2-0 to the blue team. 2 mistakes by Mike. Let's hope he can bring it back, as we see Stocki trying to defend this one. And blue team are on the offensive yet again, but look, they've managed to get themselves some fresh air here. Stocki coming forward, trying to bring this in, but there we go. It's released.
Yeah, they're not getting any kind of consistent pressure on that other end. It has been all the blue show, despite Mike Rules being the one who has unfortunately put these goals away. It's been all blue team. They're the ones who have been putting forth the pressure, putting the shots on net. And orange team's just had a difficult time.
I almost thought like Vogan just set them up there. You saw that touch. I was thinking that surely that must go to the other orange team, and they should slot that in. But anyway, we're going to continue on here as Vel is bringing... No, we're not going to continue, because Vel kind of hits that not the way he wanted to possibly, and so Vogan's now going to make a more offensive attack towards the box, but Mike Rules gets that one away.
Yeah, that setup there on the blue side probably was going to try to get the hard angle on that shot, which is very risky to get if your teammates aren't in the perfect position. But unfortunately, it didn't pay off for him, and we still have a clean sheet.
He's on target. Oh, it almost goes in, but it hits the bar. I thought it was, but it didn't. Vogan. Oh, it's not going to go in, but Scrum Killa! He's got it. It's 3-0 here, and Orange is just getting decimated.
Yeah, this is looking very good here. That initial shot there that took off the crossbar was well stopped by Stocki, but they ended up getting that cross yet again, and you can't do that against a team with such devastating offense as this blue squad. I mean, look at the names on this team. Vogan, Scrub Killa, ELMP, all incredibly effective strikers.
I want to just say thank you to Mangon94 for making a good suggestion. Maybe I should be asked, instead of like ending what I'm saying with just a bit of an awkward ending, maybe I should just ask you a question, and that way it smooths over. And then we could well, I did ask you a couple of questions so far as the ball is rolling in, and Vel just about gets that one away. Vogan bringing this into the box. ELMP. It almost happens. Vogan, he hasn't given up on this. Is this slogan Vogan? Not this time. But ELMP, that's not going to work out for them. So who do you think is the player at the moment really performing in this game, Shalthis?
I mean, that's a real good question. You got to. I mean, I'd say Mike Rules, but that would be kind of a slap in the face a bit. But no, I mean, right now we're seeing just effective positioning by this blue team. You know, just taking a quick look at the stats. Obviously, Scrub Killa is the most effective striker, but you can see both he and Vogan have been the ones applying the most pressure in that big, high arcing shot. Mike Rules finally scoring a goal for his own team.
Absolute unprofessional work there by Roken, as I should have really watched that, but the minute I saw him touch that, I was looking at Twitch chat. So face palm there, guys, as Roken91 makes the mistake, but Mike Rules certainly bringing it back to it. 3-1 here.
Oh, yeah, good play out of there by Vel.
Oh, ELMP! What's not going to happen this time? Vel not going to get the touch, but Mike Rules does. Vogan bringing this back into the box here. Is the pressure still on them, though? ELMP stops the ball, and Vogan coming in, but Vel gets that one away.
Yeah, that was risky there. They almost had that ball completely out of position. Vel preventing that clear, though. So good awareness on him there.
Vel's just not giving up on that ball. He just wants to make something happen with it. Mike Rules now bringing it into the centre here, but Vogan's going to get that. And I'll tell you what, he might just bring this in for Scrub Killa. They try to work it this time. It's not going to happen, but Vogan, he's almost got this on target. Scrub Killa can get that. He's just dangling that over, but Vel gets there in time. Scrub Killa bringing it back in. And look, yet again, the blue team are just pressuring this orange team, Shalthis.
Yeah, and that's all it's been all game long, constant pressure. Despite that, big arcing shot from beyond half court by Mike Rules, it really hasn't been much in the way of offense for this orange team, and we're seeing it.
It almost happened there for Stocki, but Mike Rules, they're going in for the last attempt. Are they going to get it? ELMP with a beautiful tap out manages to clear this one, and it looks like that's going all the way over. So, ladies and gentlemen, blue team win this game 3.
Yeah, that was really a dominant showing by the blue team there. They just kept the pressure on, and like I said, I think most of that just has to do with the play style of these 3 players. You know, if we put them side by side with the 3 players on the orange team, you know, it's basically 3 highly aggressive offensive players going up against 3 players who typically act in either a playmaker role or a more defensive role, with the exception of Stocki, who, as we saw this past Sunday, can be a goal-scoring machine, programmed only to devastate the ball into the net. That is something he does very well.
Can I just say, Shalthis, that's so professional of you that I went to go get water and you could recognise that by the fact that I hadn't readied. That was really professional and I thought that was great. You covered that so well. I was like, do I say BRB? But yeah.
I can just go. Like, you don't need to read a signal or anything. You give me an opening and I will just take that.
Yeah, do it. And now we've got ELMP, Mike Rules, Stocki versus Vel, Vogan and Scrubkilla. Let's see how this one happens. Now Scrubkilla with the early shot on goal, but Mike Rules, he's not going to get on that. Neither of them on target. And now Vogan is trying desperately to get this one back into a position where they can work it into the goal. Vel is in the box. Vel, he's not going to get the pounce because Mike Rules sets it away this time.
Slightly more balanced teams this time around. You know, a couple of good strikers on both squads, so I think we're going to see a very interesting matchup. It's either going to be very low scoring because both teams
what a goal by Mike Rules and Stocki here. Take a look at this one.
As I'm trying to say, it's going to be a low scoring. Here comes Mike Rules with a big play forward, and Stocki reads it perfectly, puts it in nice and high to the right. I mean, that's just good awareness in the air to pick up on where that shot was going.
And what a goal, as it's now 1-0 here to the blue team. Scrubkilla getting there early, and he might just punish them here. Mike Rules can sense the danger and sets that one away, but you can see Stocki lining up with Mike Rules here. Mike Rules coming in for the shot. He's not going to get it this time, but look, Stocki, he hasn't finished yet. He might just be able to get this one into the box, but Vogan recovers that ball.
Good stop there. That's going to allow the orange team to play it forward. Big cross, and oh, that was a huge stop by ELMP.
Big clear by ELMP, yeah.
Really smart. Puts it up to the far wall and just gets that pinch against the back wall too. So,
just to work off that, if I give you that kind of tone, that means I'm just giving you like color casting on top of what you're saying, so that we can discuss live situations. I just thought that's a good way of doing it, because if my tone's at that tone, you know that means I'm just saying a random one thing. I'm not going to stop you talking.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I thought that was kind of cool, because then that way you can. It's like a triple layer in a way after that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Awesome. Scrubkilla working this off the sideboard. He's done a brilliant job bringing this into the box, but there we go. ELMP sets it away, and Vogan missing the ball. Vel, is he going to be able to set this in? No. Stocki gets this one away, and look, it's ping pong here, Shalthis.
Yeah, they are having a bit of a tussle in the corner there. Oh, but now the corner's been broken.
And now Mike Rules setting this in for Stocki. We know what happens the last time that happened, but Vogan clears this one away, and Vogan tried to do it all himself there. He almost did, but he set this in for Vel, and Vel is teetering around. Is someone going to get this in? No! ELMP with a beautiful save, gets it away, and as you can see, Scrubkilla doing upside down aerials. And now Vel gets this away. The pressure's still on, but it looks like it's been released this time. Mike Rules has got an opening. Scrubkilla stops the ball, and now Stocki's going to come in. Oh, he's kind of fumbled that one.
A little bit. May have been trying to slow it down to kind of throw the pacing off, because we saw how quickly that shot pacing was going there. So could have been a little deliberate, but the defense was reading it the whole time, so it didn't even matter.
Didn't matter indeed, as now it looks like Scrubkilla might just be able to set this in for his teammate. Is the equaliser here? Vogan, no, it's Vel going forward, but not this time. Scrubkilla now getting up in the air, beats Stocki on this ball, gets the double tap, and Mike Rules sets that one away from the goal. But the pressure's still on here, actually. Mike Rules gets it all the way out, but now Scrubkilla might just set this one forward. And look, that's a beautiful play. That is beautiful strategic play by Vogan there.
Yep, perfect play on the demo here. You're going to see Scrubkilla sets it up, and down goes Mike Rules, and Vel gets the big finish. So that's how you play the demo game. You do it wisely, pick your moments, take out the defender. It's risky, but on that particular play, it worked out perfectly.
And with that, the equaliser scored 1-1 in this game. As Vel now going forward, he might just set this in for Scrub Killa, but ELMP reads the ball, gets the rebound. He might just be able to finish this off himself. He's trying to, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, they couldn't get the good clear there. Nobody was really forward for it. And unfortunately, they couldn't get that go-ahead goal. I mean, we're still tied here. It is kind of the game I expected it to be, is a very low-scoring affair. It was either going to be one of the two. Very high-scoring or very low-scoring. Not too much in between.
ELMP going forward, Vogan. Nah, they managed to deal with that one, but Stocki, he hasn't finished, and it might just teeter in, but Scrub Killa clears that one away. And now Scrub Killa might be on the counter-attack here with Vel. Oh, Vel missing a crucial touch maybe, but Scrub Killa's trying to say no. ELMP sets it away, but Vogan, nah, and that's going to pull out the play here as Mike rules. Oh, he might just be able to work it. No, he doesn't. And this is the problem, when I speak negative like that, I just feel like I need to be talking about something else. As ELMP gets it in, sorry about that. You know what I mean? Like the minute that, you know, that's caster curse right there. I hate that stuff.
No, exactly. I mean, it's going to happen, but that's no problem. It's a nice play off the corner.
Yeah, and with that, ELMP scoring the goal there, making it 2-1 in this game. 3. Come on, Roken, wake up. Now, Michael was coming forward on this ball. And I think, didn't Vel get the boost there? It's now Mike. It doesn't matter anyway. Mike Rules has got the goal.
Yeah, wide open net on the rest of this play. Off the kickoff, Mike just tracks this the whole way, gets it past Vel. And Scrub Killa commits a little too far forward on that one. Might not have wanted to hang back. Might not have wanted to come in so far forward on that particular defensive stop, and it didn't pay out, and Mike Rules beat him to it.
Mike Rules setting in the third goal here for the blue team. And now with 1 minute remaining, can the orange bring themselves back in? Vogan says, yes, we can. What a goal.
Big start here. Comes off the wall, takes one of those weird bounces, and you can see nobody touches it on the part of that blue team, and Vogan can just watch it go the whole way, lets it get set up in a perfect position, and then just drills it home.
I almost feel there that Stocki was supposed to get it. Mike Rules was thinking, yeah, Stocki's got this. And because Stocki didn't get it, Mike Rules was a bit like, oh. But anyway, Mike Rules with a thunder of a shot, but Vogan gets that one away. The ELMP, he's bringing this one in. But nobody's going to get there on that one. Mike waiting patiently. Stocki coming up, beats Scrub Killa to the ball here. And now they're setting up here, Shalthis.
Yeah, they're keeping the pressure up. I mean, we saw in that last, defensive decision that resulted in that second goal for the orange team. You have to have that trust in your teammates. You really do, to be an effective team, even when it's just a little, pick-up scrim like this
Scrub.
is.
He's setting this in. It's not going to happen, though.
Nope. That is getting turned completely around again, and they're running out of time on this orange team.
Oh, and look, Stocki has finished this
and
one.
They are out of
It's
time.
all over with 12 seconds left on the clock. I don't think we're going to see 2 goals here from Orange, but look at this one. Vel trying to clear, and he doesn't really do it from the looks of things.
Yeah, that was a poor clear on the part of Vel. He tried to get it going downfield, but ends up sending it back to center. That can be very difficult to do if you don't have the best teamwork, just as a cohesive unit, to know that your team is going to be there to help clear it out.
And with this, with only a few seconds left, you can see here Orange team having their last chance here, and is anything going to happen at this point? Vogan trying to get a touch, and look, ELMP keeps it up, the other two don't. Mike Rules is now setting this one away, and with that, blue team win again, and this time they win game 4. It's game 4, isn't it? Because I'm used to just typing it in and changing it. I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, so good showing there from the blue team on that particular game. I think it ended up being fairly low scoring to start, kind of what I anticipated out of these two, but they slowly started to devolve a bit as the game was working on and on and on.
It's a bit frustrating because as soon as you end there, that's when I would usually come in and then have a discussion with you about the teams. But because the teams keep changing every game, I can't really say, going into the next game, maybe what do you think about them doing this or doing that? And then that will be our discussion here. And then you would finish about here, saying it, and then be like, here we go, guys, game 5. You see my point?
Yeah. No, I hear you. And that makes it a little difficult in this scenario. It's like we're just casting a set of 5 random games with the same 6 players, but that's okay. I mean, a lot of that stuff we're also going to be able to do kind of on the fly in the whatever we're doing in any particular series or set or whatever it might be.
And also, we can be discussing, the matches and, who's going to be playing next and stuff like that. Whatever the tournament is, we can always just do it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so as we can see here, Scrub Killa trying to set this one in. He almost does it, but Vogan is there. Vel with the clear. Gets it away this time.
Yeah, it was a good setup on that part, but the defense also came in very strong, shutting down every lane there that otherwise, I think for a lesser group of players or a lesser team, probably would have gotten by, but not on this squad.
Not in this squad now. Vel setting this in. ELMP has got the goal, and Killa can't beat him to this one. It's 1-0 to the orange team.
We're going to see Vogan tries to clear that out, but then the play forward by Vel. ELMP, big finish there. I mean, that just is exactly the way it should look, all things considered. And that's what they were trying to do on the orange side, but it didn't pay out. So that same strategy finally worked for the blue team.
And with that, orange... Yeah, it's fine. Orange taking the lead here. They're just let's just play it out. They're just one game away from winning the random All-Star Championships. Are they going to do it? We have to randomly say, you know, that's what I'd say about this time. That would be the perfect thing to say. Now, Killa setting it in for himself, but Vogan's going to snatch it, and he's going to put it in. It's 1-1, the equalizer from Vogan.
Yep, Stocki with that initial carry from midfield, and it comes off the wall. And Vogan reads it that whole way. It was actually in a better spot for him to react anyway. And honestly, when it comes down to it, it doesn't matter who scores the goal as long as it puts your team on the board.
And with that, blue team staying in this one. It is the decider. Who's going to win it? Vogan bringing this one in, but Mike Rules responds quickly. Killa. Well, they're trying to set up something here, but... Oh, they might just do it now. No, they're not going to.
Yeah, they're kind of just going for a variety of different two-player attacks. You know, setting it up, either crossing it to the goal and trying to get the follow-up there, or maybe playing it off the wall and getting the follow-up on the rebound. It's hard to tell exactly what they're doing because they're getting shut down on defense before the play can reach that point. So it's actually good defensive awareness on their part.
And with a lovely shot there you just saw from Killa against Mike Rules. It didn't go in. If it was going to go in, I probably would have jumped in there, but I'm just letting you know how it'll work. So sometimes if there's an interesting play and you're talking, then I'll just bring it up as well so that the players feel people feel informed as the present tense is going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, we see here Mike Rules trying to set up something here, but it looks like ELMP might just get there. You can see him starting the freestyle there, but it all ends as Vogan gets there.
Up here comes the blue team trying to put together an attack, but that's.
But orange team have a counter. Oh, ELMP. He tries to, but Mike Rules rolling this in. ELMP ain't going to get on that. Vogan gets there in time. Stocki setting this up, and I expected Vogan to get in the air there.
Yeah, Vogan looked like he ran out of boost, so he had to go and take that canister.
Vogan might just have this, but Vel gets it away. Stocki.
Yeah. Vogan boost starved there, so that was the unfortunate part, I think, for Vogan, who wasn't able to get that finish. But you were right, I was expecting that too.
It's interesting to see, as you can see here, the ball teetering, and Stocki's coming in. ELMP gets that away. Vel chipping this one. Interestingly enough, he managed to chip it left. I expected it to go centre, but it didn't. And now ELMP setting up maybe for Mike Rules, but it's not going to work out for them.
No, it looks like they're going to stop that from getting into an offensive position. As I say that, here comes Stocki playing off the back.
Almost happens.
Yeah, nobody in the other side of that position. Sometimes you're going to see teams that have that big 3 forward pressure. They're a little more spread out, and that helps them cover those angles.
Oh, that's not a good clear there by Stocki. Unless Vogan gets it, he doesn't get it. ELMP coming forward, but Stocki gets one that just gets something on it eventually. Vel ain't going to get that, but you can tell Mike Rules going to hit the ceiling here. Vel trying his best to set up here, but Mike Rules ain't going to get on that one either. Look at this, the pressure's still on from the orange team, and they might just set it in. ELMP doing it into Mike Rules, but it isn't going to happen this time, as now Killa might just set this one away.
Yep, good clear, sends it all the way down to the corner. Now this is going to be a chance for orange here.
Oh, it's not going to happen this time though. Mike Rules ain't going to touch that. ELMP. 1 minute remaining here in tonight's deciding match of the All-Star. I'm just assuming because we'll finish there and then ask everyone for their feedback. ELMP hits this. That's a crucial touch to do, isn't it though, Shalthis?
It is, you know, you got to be able to play that ball forward.
Stocki just about gets that one away. I'm sorry, man, but you know what I mean? Like, when these kind of things happen, we have to get on it. And now ELMP is going to continue here. Sets it in, but now the pinch gets that one away.
Yep, now, big whiff on the part of the blue team on the wall. That opened up the door for Vel.
Big indeed by Killa, and now you can see Vel trying to negotiate it into the box. He didn't manage to. ELMP, he's going to have to turn around and get back. Oh, he's going to go for the boost and try to go forward. Maybe he doesn't get the boost, but he gets it forward. Vel is trying his best, but now Stocki is going to try and snatch this one forward. No, he doesn't. And Vogan might just bring this in all the way over. It's 1-1 here. It looks like we might go to overtime, but this is the last chance here, possibly for the blue team. They're now going pushing forward with it. Are they going to be able to? No, they're not. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to overtime. It's all on the line. One game, one championship. Who's going to win it? Mike Rules now on the ball. And he's getting it in. He might just go in. He's teetering in. And Mike Rules has done it. Mike Rules has won the World Championships of some random thing. I don't know what he won. But ladies and gentlemen, Mike Rules, the MOG Season 1 champion, has won for the Orange team.
Thread that past all the defenders. They just could not get it in time, and he just works it right in there.
Sorry there. I kind of killed you at the end there, because it's like, oh, I need to say all that, but at the same time, I need to allow the replay to be your chance to speak. And that's a big thing for me.
No worries. So, okay, I got an idea for this. I think we should do one more game at least, if they're good for it.
Alright, I think Mike is joking. I don't know, like, it would have just went if he had to go. Yeah,
no,
there he is.
Alright, so
go for it.
Let's just do this one normally. We won't stop for any conversation or mid-game dialogue, so just pretend this is a real game and we're being broadcast live to millions. Go.
Got it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the deciding match in tonight's All-Star. I'm here with Shalthis. My name is Roken91. Let's get this one underway. And now, let's see. Are you excited about this one, Shalthis?
Oh, I'm absolutely thrilled. I mean, look at the star power and the caliber of these teams here. You've got Vogan, Vel, and ELMP on this blue team. On the orange side, Stocki, Mike Rules, and Scrub Killa. You know, just looking at it on paper, I would be inclined to say maybe the tilt goes a little bit in favor of this orange team.
Definitely, and I could agree with you for the fact that we have Mike Rules and Scrub Killa, both two amazingly mechanical players, but Mike Rules is a genius on the ball as well. But let's not take anything away from this blue team. They've got Vogan, a brilliant strategic player. I'm looking for the word, like statistician or something like that. But ELMP, also a well-cast player from Germany, playing for Supersonic Avengers. And of course, the other German, Vel. It should be a classic. Let's see how this one gets underway, as now Stocki is setting this one forward. Scrub Killa might just get in position to wait, but it doesn't happen this time.
No, yeah, they couldn't find that the full attack to come together, but you're seeing the pressure. And this is what I was worried about. The offensive pressure by this orange team is way better right now and way more effective.
Vel gets out, but now Mike Rules comes in, and he does what he does best. He gets in the position, and he pounces on it.
Yeah, you can see Mike makes this initial shot forward. Vel does stop it, but he can't get the rebound. Nobody on blue team could answer to that rebound. And a really solid finish there.
And for me, that is the camel. The way he went up in the air and then went up in the air again. Like, he deliberately set that all up. It was, I would call that a camel shot. It was genius and really well played there by Mike Rules. And he might just set up another one here for Stocki, bringing it in to Scrub Killa. Oh. He's got it in. It's another one to the orange team here.
Again, this attack. I mean, we'll look into it from a different angle. That little touch by Stocki saved that goal. It put it just above the defense, forced it to stay on the net, and that allowed Stocki to come in, Scrub Killa, I should say, to come in and just punch it right into the net.
No, look, they all went for boost here, and because of it, look, Vogan's just going to snatch that one, and that's what happens when you don't have someone watching the net.
Yeah, that is a big bit of miscommunication there, and that did not work out well for Vogan. Or worked out well for Vogan. It didn't work out well for anybody else on the orange team, because they gave away an easy goal.
An easy goal indeed, and that's not the stuff you want to be doing as the orange team. They want to win it tonight. Let's see if they can. Blue team, they need to get another goal if they want to stay in this one. Vogan now with ELMP getting on this ball, working it off the side. Is he going to beat Mike Rules on this one? He manages to, but that's setting all the way to the other side here.
Yeah, that was a very good play forward by ELMP, and unfortunately Mike Rules just managed to cut it off, so he couldn't actually get the finish I think that he needed.
And with that, now ELMP on the ball. He might go up high. He does. He gets the touch. Vel, finish it off. He can almost do it, but Scrub Killa gets there. Defends well here.
Yeah, it's looking very good for you know, mainly for the orange team here, with just the amount of pressure they're getting, but you're seeing the blue team start to find their rhythm a little bit more. The pressure is coming a little less frequent. They're putting together some stuff. Oh!
Just as you're saying nice things about the blue team, they kind of have a bit of a miscommunication in the box here. 1-3.
Yeah, this was definitely a bit of a collapse on the part of the blue team defensively. They could not get the clear. They end up basically aiding that ball to go in. And not a good start here. So despite that very fortunate kickoff goal, that's about all the offense they've really been able to muster here.
And now let's see if blue team can bring themselves back into this one as Vogan gets a lovely pinch into the box here. And Vel and ELMP almost get it in, but Mike rules. You betcha he's going to come in and score an own goal.
If we can rely on anybody to get an own goal, it is definitely Mike. And oh man,
he just can't. He can't resist an open goal. He just can't. He's just designed to score goals. You just can't. He can't help it. It's now 2-3.
That is just called being a very effective striker. Maybe a little too effective. But oh man, that paid off very well for the blue team here. Now they're within 1 goal.
Now within 1 goal of getting themselves back into this one. Vel hits this off the side here, but ELMP is waiting to see how Vel structures this. Brings it to centre. Mike Rule reads it, and now you can see Vogan desperately getting back. He ain't going to get back because Killa, a world-class striker himself, is going to stick that one in. It's 4-2.
Knew that was coming. Both Vogan and ELMP had committed to that save, and I knew that ball was going to pop up into a position that somebody on the orange side could punish, and Killa did just that. They could not get stable and react in time.
And now 2-4 here. Who's going to be able to take this one? At the moment, orange team looking really dominant. Vogan might just have something there, but Mike Rules gets there in time to set that one away.
Yeah, pinch up high. This could be a good chance for the orange team. They managed to get the clear, but...
Oh, hang on, Mike. Oh, no, it's not going to there. Apologies there, Shalthis. Killa setting this in, but Vogan's going to get control of it, and the ELMP almost getting the goal there.
A little bit. He was definitely off target. Not seeing the quality offensive chances that we should be seeing out of this blue team. And that's why there's a 4-2 lead, and the only goals that blue has scored have been off of kind of fluky moments, to be honest.
They have been at the moment, especially that fluky goal with, I don't know, that player called Mike Rules or something.
Right.
But anyway, let's
when
see.
You got to rely on your opponents to score the goals for you, then I think we've got to revisit your strategy.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of goals, it almost happens there for Killa. He was in position. He had everything right except the touch. And with that, it's still 2-4 here. Stocki bringing it in. Killa is waiting in the wings, but Vel gets that one away. It hits the ceiling. Stocki centres, and now Mike Rules with a beautiful touch. Vogan gets it away. Lovely play by all the players there. Vogan now on the counter-attack. Vel ain't going to get a touch on that one. And now it looks like Vel might just work this off the wall. He doesn't get it.
Defense had to work so hard on
the
that.
ELMP. Mike Rules with the save, though. ELMP setting this in. Vogan's coming in. Is he going to get the touch? Not this time, but Vel's coming in. It's not going to happen this time. ELMP not going to get the touch. He just flies by.
That was completely fortunate for Vel there, because Stocki was still hanging up in the air, and he managed to be just in the way of that shot. So that worked out well for the orange team.
It's working out well for them, and they might just win tonight's series. Are they going to do it? 20 seconds left on the clock, and it's 2-4 here. Blue team really need to make it work here. They've got only a few seconds of opportunity, but at the moment, it is in their own side, and that's not where the ball should be. But now it's in the other side. ELMP, it's the dying seconds, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, your winners tonight are going to be, as soon as the ball hits the ground, orange team win tonight's championship. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, very effective striking. Take a look at that stat sheet. 6 shots on goal in that game. 9 overall for the orange team. Just brilliant play out of that net. And I mean, that's all it really is. Look at like I said, look at that star caliber. Really effective team play on that, and just brutal in net. And they completely shut down the blue squad, who worked very hard to try to get back in that game. Defensively, they were on point, but unfortunately, it was not going to be enough.
It wasn't going to be enough, and to be honest there, we did see 6 shots from Mike Rules, and just to clarify there, we went into that thinking the orange team were looking the better one, and they certainly were. They put on a fantastic performance, and the blue team just kind of crumbled at the end, and in the end, they just weren't enough to beat tonight's Orange team. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to all the players who have played in tonight's All-Star Scrim. Thank you very much to everyone that has watched. Me and Shalthis have had a great time, haven't we?
I had a blast. I mean, you really beat that. Some amazing games with some very interesting teams. So I had a great time.
Yeah, and thank you very much to the players who have given us an excellent piece of practice casting for us to be able to work on and to think things through for the future. But until then, guys, I've been Roken91 and he has been the man top right. You can see he's got his name in about 72 font. It's Shalthis, and he's got an awesome dude following him 20 seconds ago.
I'm getting many follows. I forgot to turn that off during the games, which I normally would not have on during shoutcasts. But, you know what, I think I'm just we're going to click that off for the moment, so I don't have to worry about the follow alert popping up. But, so I'm hearing Kronovi's Twitch got hacked.
Oh no.
Quote unquote. I don't know. Any event. Well, that was fun. That was good. That was very, very good.
That was really good. I just want to flat say thank you very much for the opportunity, Shalthis. It was actually great. It was great to do it like that. And to be honest, you've actually changed my view and opinion on how casting should work. Because what I realized when I was listening to the way we were doing it is it sounded so much like other professional casts I've listened to, and you don't necessarily realize that until you start giving it to someone else, essentially. Because when I did the play-by-plays, it really worked. And then when you were coming in doing the color casting, when there wasn't essentially that, you know, we were building up for the next shot, it really smoothed for me. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, you know, it takes a lot of just that experience. You know, I got very fortunate in the fact that I've been able to work with so many different casters in this scene, like practically all of them. I think now at this point, the only caster on EU or NA from a, you know, consistently major standpoint I've yet to work with is Techno. So yeah, I don't think I've done anything with Techno yet, but pretty much everybody else I've had a chance to cast with at one point or another.
Well, and, let's be flat here. You guys could pretty much like stunk up the monthly finals by just going, yeah, me and Techno are going to both do it, and we're both going to be on a joint cast. GG. I was just thinking about that, yeah. But no, guys, let us know in Twitch chat if you got. I'm going to be here for the next 10 minutes. I just thought we'd just hear what you guys have got to say about this. I think it's important we get the viewers' reactions, and then you can get on with your. I think it's Daily Rocket in about half an hour, isn't it?
Yeah. Probably got a little bit to do on that. Maybe I don't know if we can call this a Daily Rocket. We can call it whatever we want, but yeah. So yeah, I'd love to hear just any feedback that the viewers have. I saw some during the games, but it was hard to react to it at the time.
Exactly, and that's why we want to hear it now. Yeah, because I was like, oh, there's something said, but Mike Rules has scored. Like, that moment was when it happened, and I was like, oh, no, I need to concentrate on this match.
I haven't casted with you, Mike, because you're not a caster. I still want to. I told you I wanted to.
We should both, like, I should cast with Yemen, and you should cast with Mike, and then we'll put it online and see what happens. Just Yemen keeps trolling me over the idea of me and him casting.
Oh, man. Well, thank you. I mean, yeah, we wanted to get a chance to finally work together because we both do so many different things, and we don't really get that overlap chance. And like I said, I'm personally trying to work with everybody because, like you were saying earlier, Roken, you know, being able to do this helped you get a different perspective on casting, and that's something that I gained a lot from working with Chewy and working with JamesBot and working with Shogun and Freezing Wolves and the Pash and everybody I've done casts with at one point or another have given me a different way to go into it. So I've gained a lot from all of that and just learning how different people cast and the approaches they like to take. And I think I told you this earlier, and it's something that's worth mentioning in the chat. We don't know yet here on our end how to best cast this game because Rocket League is unlike any other esport. It's unlike any other sport. The pacing is so difficult and it's so hard to get exactly what you want to do. So you go into it like, okay, I'm going to try and pick moments to analyze things, but those moments don't happen. You know, it's so fast paced. So we're still working on that, trying to find the best pacing to really do this justice. And you know, take advantage of the between game moments a little bit more, in between series moments, because that's really the only time we have to talk and discuss things and break it down. You know, honestly, I might say, one thing we may need to start doing is let that whole countdown timer between games go all the way down. Or at least use that time to discuss everything instead of just readying up right away. So we can use that as an opportunity to talk about the game, talk about the results, and then ready up when we're ready to go.
Yeah, I think that's 100% what we should do, because it allows analysis, and it's something which a lot of players would like to hear, our opinions on the game, how we feel it can go. And you know, me and you could talk about Rocket League for about 5 hours straight. So it's not an issue for me to do that. And I think maybe in Gfinity we should do that, because one, it makes people more hyped, and two, it allows people to just get their drink and then come back ready for the next match, rather than all having to be intensely watching it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. So.
Should we go through these questions now? Because one of them was a specific one. I'll check this one, but yeah, we'll have to work from Westworld Dad probably. But I'll give Sea Dogs this one. He said something about agreeing with you. I kept saying they sure do, and it's true, because I'm like too busy trying to like focus on what's going on with the match. That's me being honest, guys. I need to really. That's a really cheesy line I do. Maybe I should just straight off just start talking. Here we go. Mike Rules on the ball. You know, not here we go, don't say that, but Mike Rules now on the ball. Just go straight into it rather than going, it certainly is. Even if it's smooth, I should be concentrating on what you're saying rather than, you know what I mean? It's difficult, isn't it, to figure that part?
Yeah, a lot of it, you know, we can do all the practice we want, but it's really just going to come down to experience. And just being able to take the time to work more together and do more of that stuff. And that's all it's going to do. You know, we just have to work more often together to get that down. You know, I've noticed with certain casters, like Shogun, who I've worked with a lot, I have a really good rapport with. Freezing Wolves, who I worked with on Gfinity a lot, I have a good rapport with. And that's all it comes down to. You just got to keep doing it. More and more stuff. And this was a good start. But, you know, we got to get a full event or two under our belt to really click. But I like the way it's starting.
Yeah, I am. I'm really excited, actually. I thought that was fantastic, and you really, I felt that was really, really good. Like, I need to say that. I thought that was really good. But I think a lot of people would just say, yeah, well, Roken needs to calm down, and I don't know. Anyway, let's go through these questions.
All right, so Westworld says, I think one thing you got to try out is talk about the previous info about the teams and the upcoming games before the games start, but once that timer hits, you focus on what's actually happening, since it seems to be that you guys are missing out on some extremely cool plays that can't be seen by a casual player. Yeah, and I guess I kind of talked back to what I was
you were saying about the whole minute.
Taking advantage of that time we have between games to really build on what we just saw, anything like that. So, yeah, it's a good point, and that's just on us to better utilize that time, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Rocket League Studio says, I think what people like seeing all the different shoutcasters working together, just like when YouTubers collab. And yeah, I agree. I think, you know, seeing different combinations of casters together is always good, because, you know, you're seeing a different version of what I have to do when I work with Roken versus when I work with Shogun, or when I work with Chewy, or when I work with anybody else. So that's good. It lets you diversify what you're capable of as a caster, and it gives you more just experience, period. So...
yeah, and it allows you to see what it's like working with other people and really understand what it is that they do. And really, just different personalities bring out different things in you, really, when you're casting. That's what I noticed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a big part of it is, you know, like with me casting with you, I know that I have to go into this with a different approach than I would normally do. Because I would say, honestly, I fit more of a play-by-play role than a color role. But sometimes I have to do that and fall into that analyst and do that part.
Well, someone said also, I think it was Sea Dogs, or someone said just earlier, apologies if I get your name wrong, whoever it was that said it, but they said we should try flipping as well. And we could try that, but let's be flat here. I'll be able to talk about the plays, and you've seen me, I've been able to talk about little plays, but I genuinely think, due to the fact that I haven't played this game at a high level, or I haven't got... Actually, I think it's mainly experience in casting. Because I don't have the experience, I'm concerned that if I start colour casting about the play and go, yeah, beautiful shot there by Mike Rules, look at the... Actually, it could work. It could be interesting. Because then I could be like, yeah, beautiful goal here by Mike Rules. Look at the way he just spins that ball into his own goal. Fantastic work there.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's...
We could just swap between if you want on the in future. We could give that a go. I'm more than happy to try that.
We can certainly try it. It's definitely worth giving a shot. You know, I've spent so much time flipping between those two roles that I've tried to become, you know, as proficient as possible in being able to do both color and play-by-play. I know that I'm better at play-by-play between the two things that I do, but, you know, I'm trying to get better at the color aspect of things. I actually like the way we cast when it's play-by-play and color, because the thing we're doing is actually something we had talked about on the RLC side, about a different way to approach the casting, and we kind of refer to it as the hockey style. Like, if you watch a game of hockey, it has that same approach, where the play-by-play guy basically dominates the conversation, talks about the play as it's developing, and then when those moments happen where things can be broken down, either after a goal or during a break, that's when the color guy comes in. Now, we're at a bit of a, you know, issue here, whereas casters, or for Rocket League, we don't get those breaks in play. There's no timeouts, there's no, you know, whistle down for the puck or anything like that. So all we can do is take advantage of those moments in the goal, or the moments before kickoff. So we get a pretty big window there of after the goal, during the replay, during the kickoff moment, and maybe even a little bit after that, depending on what happens. So what we have to do is what we were doing, which was taking moments when the play slowed down a little bit. So I don't mind that you cut in and, you know, put your insight in while I was talking, because you kind of have to do that.
You do, because like that, you could have kept talking there, but you're deliberately pausing and slowing down because you know you got less you're going to speak about now, and you're concerned about rambling. Like, I do that as well, and I know you're doing it because you just let me in on a really smooth way, and in a way, that was good, because when exactly the pace, when the pace slows down, it's really good to get my analysis on the color casting as the third layer if there's nothing going on. Let's be fair, there's a lot of ping pong situations, and I thought that was good when we did that as well. Just to add, RLS there just said, for me, this was the main reason I just joined in now. I saw that you two work together, and I was like, cool, I have not seen this before.
Yeah, it's going to be a big, unique thing, so it's good times. But yeah, I mean, I would say if there's ever a point where you feel like you don't have anything to say, you know, just kind of, you don't even have to deliberately open up the, like, you don't even have to deliberately feed me a line, like say, oh, what do you think about that? You can do that if you want, like if you genuinely want to get my insight on a particular thing. Yeah, but if you know, if you just, I call it like the downturn. This is what I do when I'm opening the gate for my co-caster to start speaking. I put that downturn to the end of my sentence, like that period. So I'll be like, Vogan with a big play forward gets denied, and that ball's going to get cleared all the way back downfield. You hear that? It just kind of slows down and stops.
The tone drop.
Exactly.
And when I hear that tone drop, I know that that's the end of what you're saying. But I did do that by the end of it. Like, you could feel it. But I am slowly developing it. Yeah,
and that took me some practice, too, to find the best openings for my co-caster, and also to recognize what I was doing so that I can tell. Like, with Shogun in particular, I had to work with Shogun a bit on picking up those moments, because he is a great analyst. Like, probably the best when it comes to just breaking things down and providing that kind of feedback. And the one thing he was really struggling with was picking up on where I wanted him to come in, like when I wanted him to come in without being upfront with it. Because the good thing about when you build this casting rapport, I'm talking like this for the sake of the chat. You know, if we were just off stream, I probably wouldn't go so elaborate here. But what I mean is that when you're building that rapport, you don't always want to have just a very obvious, so what do you think kind of thing, you know? It shows that you have that rapport together to be able to say, and here comes play, blah, 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 and it comes to an end. And then the other guy just comes in, yeah, and we saw this happen and that happen, and look at what's going on here. And that back and forth is what makes a really solid casting team. So that's what I try to do, and that's what I heard you doing. So yeah, I was just mainly going to say, whenever you run out of things to say, you know, you don't have to force it. Just give me that go-ahead, that little downturn. Let me know that you're done. I'll cut in.
And I'm done.
I've got plenty of and period. Just don't need to say that. Just like, give me that command that you're good. I'll hear it, and I can come in with analyst stuff wherever. Like, you know, you can give that to me whenever you want. But I like the pacing we have. I like the fact that you're kind of in that play-by-play role and kind of running the broadcast a bit and being the dominant voice, because that's what I think the play-by-play person should be. I know that there were people complaining, oh, he's not letting Shalthis talk. Don't worry about that. This is deliberate. This is deliberate, based off of the back and forth we're trying to develop. So I like the way it was working. I have no complaints or anything like that. I think it worked out really well, and I think just more and more practice will...
Man, that was awesome. Let's be flat. I thought it was great. But yeah, sure, in time we can smooth it over and it can be much better. I think one of the things is a lot of people I haven't seen a single person say like a really negative comment, and that's usually what I would expect. But then again, we're on Shalthis's like stream. We're on a Shalthis stream. Legions of fans. But I think we all know is that people would be honest if it was if it was bad, and I think we worked well on those little points you made about the smooth over, the way that we can sense when the other person's going to end it. I can make a little question to you, and ironically I just do that naturally. That's a bit strange, I expected them to do this, and then you came in and said, yeah, that's what I thought as well, and that kind of works as well because it smooths over and it makes everyone feel like it's a really dynamic and smooth cast.
Yeah. No, exactly. So, I mean, that's what it really comes down to, is being able to listen to what we're saying and react to it and do everything appropriately. So, I don't know. I think everything's good. I think as far as practice goes, it's about as good as it's going to get, and really just going to be, doing more events and getting more time. It's just like playing Rocket League. You can talk about it and play practice mode and all that stuff all you want, but until you...
get into a big tournament.
Yeah, until you just start playing, do it for real. That's when you get the real practice. So,
definitely. But yeah, thank you very much, Shalthis. I've appreciated this time with you, and hopefully we do end up doing a tournament or something like that soon. But yeah, thank you very much to everyone that's watched me. My name's Roken91. I'm going to plug like hell on Shalthis' stream.
By all means, no, go for it.
Okay, guys, if you're interested in the way that I cast, you can check me out on Twitter at Roken91. You could also check me on Twitch at Roken91. You guys know how to do all of that. But from me, I'm going to get going now. But Shalthis, thank you again. It's been really good fun.
Yeah, it has been a blast. Thanks very much. We'll talk again soon.
All right, see you, man.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. All right. Cool. That was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a blast. I thought that was great, being able to just, call everything. And I mean, thanks to all the players who were able to help and do everything. I'm going to exit out of the game because I'm not going to do any playing. But, cool. So, let's talk about whatever else is going on. What's going on here? Kronovi's getting hacked, apparently. Apparently that's what's going on. That's what I see is happening. That's what I've heard is happening. Sounds fun. Well, I don't know. The stream seems dead right now. Maybe they got him. They got him. They got the bad guy. Yeah, we definitely needed to cast something that was... we definitely needed to cast something that was real, that had real players who were going to play professionally. It's just like a scrim, it's just like a scrim for us, where we can't cast a game between bots or between players who we're not normally going to see, or play we're not normally going to see, because we need to have that quality of play to react to appropriately. So, I think that's what helps a lot. So I'm glad that they were able to get involved and be a part of it all. But let me see. Did I miss anything in the chat? I'm trying to keep caught up with everything. Thank you for saying we were great. That was fun. Cast you against unfair bots? Yeah, could do that. Let's see. Yeah, you could do it off replays. I don't like casting off of replays because you don't get the control the same way. It's good for the mechanics, but there's definitely a perk to doing it in a real spectator mode, so you have all the same information and can react to that stuff that way. And plus, I mean, we have the connections with all these pro players. If they're willing to help, why not? Plus, it gives you entertaining stuff to watch. So I think it's worth it. Yeah, I know. Kronovi got hacked. Well aware. We're all well aware. I don't know what to do about it. I am not a member of the Twitch security team, so I can't do anything about that. Yeah, I wish they would have the spectator controls and views and everything in the replay mode as well. I told them they need to do that. They just haven't done it yet. So, yeah, that was the first time we've ever cast together. That's why all the early games we were trying to like do a lot of practice and discussion during the game and say like, oh, you know, this is how we want to approach it. This is what we should say. So it was basically a big feedback session for the first few games. That's why I wanted to try and do one more game there that would let us just do it for real. No pauses for saying, oh, I did this wrong, let's do this differently, or oh, I did this wrong, let's do this differently. All just a case of let's do it for real, see how we're clicking, how everything's working, and kind of go from there. I think they mentioned in that post you only get the highest level reward for what you have. So if you are gold in one tier and platinum in another, platinum will be your reward. And that's it. I prefer the play-by-play / color dynamic because it doesn't really do you much benefit to have two play-by-play casters typically doing it, because then you run into a situation of, you know, like you've got players who are basically two casters who are doing the same thing essentially. Whereas if you have an analyst, it makes life a little better because your analyst, instead of worrying about the active play and what's going on, can focus on just the bigger picture. He can look at formations, look at maybe, oh, look, somebody's back here, they're stealing boost, but that's not where the ball is, so nobody's really watching here right now. I can mention that later. Or, you know, something to that degree. So there's different elements you can do from a color standpoint that adds a lot of, well, color to a broadcast. So I think being able to do that is, you know, that's a little bit of the problem with that. Yeah, Westworld. That's something we have told Psionics a lot. Is you need to add camera hotkeys, the ability to set a camera point, save it, program it, and being able to switch to it on the fly. I wouldn't even care if it teleported. That's what regular sports do. You know, it's just cutting to a different camera. That's production, you know? or the ability to star wipe. Star wipe everything. Star wipe, star wipe. That's how it goes, right? Sorry, give me a second. Okay. Sorry about that. Hey, Shogun. You came in at the perfect time, when everything was over. You have impeccable timing there. Yeah, speaking of the EU power rankings, I've got things to do pretty soon here. All right, I've got a few write-ups to make here, but I think our rankings are done. Interesting, interesting. Okay. I'm looking at them right now. I'm looking at them right now. You don't even know. I did. I think everybody has seen the thing about Cronovi being hacked. Well, I mean, here's the problem, Alius. I can't give you a think of... I can't tell you what I think they'll be. I can just tell you what they are. And I'm not going to do that until tomorrow. So... Yeah, this week, it's going to be myself, Durkin, Cloudfuel, My Little Thor, and DM Rawlings, who are doing the EU power rankings. So... But yeah, it's an interesting top 10 this week. Very interesting. Odd man out in that situation. Oh, no, I guess I'm not. Okay. Some very close decisions here. Looking at the averages, there are certainly a couple teams that are only within a couple points of flipping ranks based off of how we individually rank them. Very interesting. Okay. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about it now because those haven't even been released. And I've got write-ups I'm probably going to have to do here pretty soon so that they're ready to go. Yeah, the EU ranking should be coming out a little bit later, and then we'll talk about them on the EU Power Ranking show tomorrow. And then the NA ranking should come out shortly thereafter. I think they'll come out tomorrow or Thursday or wherever they normally come out. I don't even remember anymore. And yeah, that will all happen. Here, let's turn on the little overlay deal again. There we go. Alright, I guess we'll call this the Daily Rocket for today. This is a pretty good Daily Rocket. Kind of what we wanted to do. Gives me a little more time to get some stuff done instead of having to stream for another hour. But anyway, let me get caught up on the chat here. Hold on a second. How long do you think it'll take for some of the bigger sponsors to try out Rocket League teams? It'll take until the scene gets bigger. When the scene actually looks like it's going to be a legitimate scene, then you'll start seeing the attention of bigger teams, bigger sponsors, bigger orgs, all that. But for now, it's not at that level. The fact that we got SK Gaming involved is actually, in my opinion, kind of surprising. I was a little surprised that they got involved so early. But they picked a very good team. Yep, FlipSide versus Crown and Jewels is this Sunday. It'll be good at times. That's going to be a hell of a match. I will say it was fairly unanimous on the number 1 and number 2. Let me rephrase that. It was unanimous on number 1 and number 2 in EU this week. So we'll talk about that Wednesday, though. Or in the comment section, because I'm sure I'm going to hear it. Also unanimous on number 5 and 6. But that was it. 1, 2, 5, and 6. That's where the unanimous was done and over with. What day is it? Today is Tuesday. RLC is Sunday. Yes, today is Tuesday. No, not Wednesday yet. That'll be tomorrow. Well, I mean, the upcoming schedule, as best as I can give it to you, is going to be Friday's Gfinity. So that's going to be the EU Gfinity. Saturday is Market League. Sunday, of course, is the busy day. Sunday is ESL and RLC Pro League all in one. So, busy times. So there's a lot of good high-end Rocket League to watch, for sure. There are a bunch of other events going on, but I don't know the schedules like completely yet. But I will be casting next on Saturday. Because if you missed the announcement on my last stream, or if you missed the announcement on Twitter, I am going to start shoutcasting for Market League every Saturday. So, I will be a part of the Saturday shoutcast for Market League going forward every week. So you'll have that to enjoy. And that is typically for NA teams. Mainly because it's at 5 p.m. my time, which is fairly late for Europe. That's when it starts, so. But, yeah, so there you have it. I don't know what is going on in my chat right now, but at this point I'm too afraid to ask. Yeah, I don't know why that emote won't show up in there. I can't explain the bot there, the chat box, as to why it works in some cases and why it doesn't in others. That's a good point. Mike Rules did come in, so that kind of throws a wrench into everything, doesn't it? The NA ESL Monthly Final, they just had the one for December, so for January, probably going to be sometime in early February. Usually that's when the finals are going to be, in the early part of the month, for the following month, of course. Yeah, I don't even know what I was going to say right there. I had a thought and then it just disappeared. But, oh well, life happens, right? So, I'm going to make another quick shout out, because I was streaming very late last night. I don't think many people were around. You can see it scrolling by in the donations box. Scott Pilgrim Spy, who also subscribed yesterday, was kind of the hero of the day. You can see the 3-part sploop donation train was very, very exciting. And it's a shame that all of his donation messages were just sploop, because I added this whole text-to-speech thing, and it hasn't really been taken advantage of yet. I was a fan of Mask. I had the I remember this. I had the toy, that truck that, like, the top part would lift up and kind of spring back, and guns would come out the front grill. Like 2 little guns would come out of the front grill. I used to have that. Yeah, I used to. I have all the, like, I didn't have a ton of them, but I had some Mask toys. I will be able to give you info on Market League once I get it. They're working on getting everything, set up and put together at this point. Do I stream my own gameplay? Yeah, now and then. I did it last night. I did it to the point where I was getting so clobbered, I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm done. And I decided to play, what did I play instead? Oh, I played Viscera Cleanup Detail. The Viscera Cleanup Detail Shadow Warrior. And we beat it. We cleaned up the Shaolin Temple, or the Temple, or whatever it was. We cleaned it up. We did good. It was good times. Oh, nice. I had a lot of good toys that are long gone by now, unfortunately. I played Rocket League to the point where I could not win and was losing consistently. That's what I mean. So I just stopped. That's funny. I don't need anything. It still says cleaning up stuff? I updated it. What the hell wouldn't it take? Stupid title. Ugh. Sorry. I thought I told it to update, but Twitch is stupid about updating sometimes. You gotta update like 100 times. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be a bit proactive about that if they're... I mean, granted, I'm certainly at no Chronovi level when it comes to being a streamer target. But, you know, good to be proactive about that sort of stuff. Try to keep things safe. Anywho. I've got a little more time. But we're gonna consider this the Daily Rocket for today, since I didn't really have much in particular scheduled. No, it's definitely not my password. You would, Mike. You would definitely do that. Cannoli? Is that like a dessert? Alright, well, you know what? I think what I'm going to do here, probably wrap this up, because I have to get some write-ups done, I have to get some work done, and yeah, so you know how it do. But thank you all for tuning in. I had a great time. Oh. Is there a message on this? Let's find out. No message. Had the opportunity to take advantage of the text-to-speech thing and still didn't. But thank you very much for the $4.20 donation. Very, very kind of you. Finally, with my favorite fetish. I don't have a fetish. Don't even. I don't know. I haven't gotten mine yet. I'm hoping it's going to come soon. I don't drink that much. I don't think I have not drank very much at all. So, I couldn't tell you. It don't be like it is, but it do. Okay. Well, with that being said, I think now is a good time to wrap things up. But yeah, I will probably I'll obviously be back again tomorrow for the EU Power Ranking show. But I've got to get those write-ups done. Got to do my write-up for NA. and of course other work that is essential to being done. And yeah, this chat just gets weird when Mike shows up. Anyway, at least it's all on at least it's all on the stream, so thank goodness for that. But anyway, I'm going to take care. I'm going to be done here and wrap some stuff up. Thank you for the follow. Always appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow for another Daily Rocket, the EU Power Rankings. We will talk about those and see if there's any big changes or anything worth talking about. So, take care. You all have a great rest of your day. And I will see you all next time, once this follow message goes away. Alright, there we go. Take care, everybody. Thanks again for all the follows. Donation, much appreciative. I'll be around tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, and that is 8 p.m. GMT, 9 CET. So, see you then. Take care, everybody.